Hey everyone, my name is Bricky, if you're feeling fancy. I'm gonna hop into the game pretty soon, but I'm just saying that I'm renting a different camera. I wanted to try something new out, but a couple of things had to be changed in order for me to do it, mainly like a recording time and like a recording limit on the camera and stuff. So anyway, I'm running this new one through an Elgato and I'm doing all this kind of stuff. I'm just asking, how does this look compared to the last one? Good, bad, yay, nay? It's just a rental right now. I'm trying to see if there's anything better I can maybe get. I like to experiment a lot. As you can tell, I change cameras like really often, but I like to just rent some stuff, try some things out. So I want to know what you think. So let me know, give me a yay or nay before I jump into it. But yeah, today we're talking about a quick thing, a game that I played a ton when I was sick. And it may not be the title you all expected. And it's kind of strange. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's been thoroughly surprising me. And that title is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. The quote-unquote worst one by a lot of people. Or at least by a lot of COD fans. Now, me, of course, myself, am not somebody who really cares about the setting of a game. While I will prefer maybe a space or modern thing over a World War I, World War II style game, I don't really care if the game is in space or is not, or wherever. I mean, Titanfall is one of my favorite games, and that's in the far future. But I have been playing this game a ton when I was in the bed rest with my sinus infection, and it's so fun. I'm having such a good time. I feel weird saying that for some reason. I don't really know why, but between the hit detection, particularly the hit detection is so good. And along with all the weapon variety and the insane customization I've been getting with this game, I'm just so impressed with how it is. And it feels weird because, you know, everyone tells me, this is the bad one. This is the one that everyone hates. You know, nobody likes that one, but I'm having such a good time. Now, if you know me, I've been a Call of Duty fan since I was a kid, and I still am. I buy every single Call of Duty that comes out. Now, I know they're big cash grabs. I know that they have terrible monetization practices. I'm fully aware at their want to take my money from my wallet very, very quickly. However, it's one of those things where so long as you kind of know it, it doesn't really bug me. You know, I don't want them going around thinking that there's some kind of saint of the gaming industry. It's like Vegas. Right? You go to Vegas, you know for a fact you're gonna get scammed, you're gonna get played, the house always wins, right? And that's just, as long as you understand it, it becomes less of a problem, at least for me. I mean, it still is a bit morally bankrupt, but at least I know what I'm getting into. It's strange because I played this for a bit back when it came out. However, I was more interested in the Modern Warfare remastered that came with it. Because naturally, COD 4, really big game, huge fan of it myself, and I wanted to play COD 4. I did play a little bit of this, and I actually did beat the campaign, which was a pretty wow, I missed every shot on that guy. It was actually a pretty good campaign. I think the best part of this game might be its campaign, just because it's actually a little bit more different, and it takes a couple risks, I guess. I mean, the whole game takes a bit of a risk with the setting and all, but I still definitely felt like the campaign deserved way more credit than it got. But overall, I didn't touch the multiplayer a ton, like I said, because of MWR. And with that, I decided to kind of jump into it because when I was really sick, I went to a GameStop and I said, you know, I'm gonna pick up some Call of Duties that either I didn't like or people didn't like. See, when I was sick, I decided to go to GameStop and I said to myself, I'm gonna pick up some Call of Duties that either I didn't like or the community didn't like and play them and see, hey, is there something to them? You know, is there something that I may have missed? Are they anything better now than they were before? Now, the meme with Call of Duty, and especially some of the community, is shit on the current one, praise the older ones, right? I've always hated that mentality because while you may, I don't know, you may not know what you had until it was gone. I can understand that. You know, we really shouldn't do a whole like, oh, the new is bad. The old was so much better, because then I sound like a baby boomer. Y'all millennials, we had it better in our day with our polio and, you know, our no cell phones of any kind. It was so much better back when the threat of nuclear war with Russia was constantly looming over our heads. But I wanted to play them because I wanted to see, could I have been wrong? Or could the community may have, well, I can't really say the community was wrong or not. It's more of a personal preference, but I wanted to try some of them out. So I got Advanced Warfare, I got Ghosts, and I got Infinite Warfare. Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, is fine. You know, I didn't hate it. It wasn't my favorite. It's no MW2, but it's just not quite 100%. And I can't really blame them on that. It was a completely new idea, new advanced movement system. I appreciate them for attempting to take risks, and some of it paid off, but not all of it. Ghosts, I still don't like. I think the maps are pretty horrible. I think the time to kill is ridiculously too fast. I think the color scheme is gray and brown and ugly. Some of the things like the perk system and some of the weapons like the honey badger I do like, but overall Ghosts, not my thing. Campaign still kind of mediocre. Didn't like Ghosts, still kind of don't like Ghosts. Infinite Warfare was the one that surprised me the most. This is the one where I am really having a good time with the solid hit detection. The fact that these future guns actually have recoil. Why is the most future Call of Duty have the guns with the most recoil? And why do the super high recoil guns feel so good to shoot? That doesn't seem right. You would think that would be the opposite. The aesthetic is surprisingly good. Like, it has a kind of darker tone. Even though it's colorful and some of the outfits are kind of funny, it's a little bit darker and more hardcore in the space side of things, even if you can do these silly taunts and stuff. It's just a little bit more dreary, which is kind of neat. I don't know. The suits and the rigs look cool. The progression is awesome between the mission teams. Okay, this is hilarious because Black Ops 4's monetization is so absolutely terrible. I get keys in this game so fast. I have daily login rewards. I logged in today. I got 40 keys. 40. That's 4 separate crates. Now, naturally, I think loot boxes suck, right? I hate loot boxes. I think they're terrible in any game. And I still think that this as a system is bad. Don't get me wrong. But 4 for logging in. Like, the new games wouldn't give you a tenth of that. They actually give you rewards, and the rewards don't feel bad. I mean, hell, look at some of these rigs. Like where's the Phantom? Like, this is just cool looking, you know? It may not be your thing, you may not like the future games, but this just looks neat. Like, the aesthetic is just impressive. Some of the stuff you can, oh, where's my Merc? I like my Merc guy. Yeah, here he is. Some of the things you can throw on him are just kind of cool. Some of the helmets, I don't know. And then the gun customization is pretty impressive. I also don't have to get crates to get new guns. The new guns are already there, and well, you do have some variants. Some of them are a little bit, I'm not quite sure if I'm too big on the variant system, but they do provide a little bit more customization, which is fun. And there's also a large variety of weapons too, which is something I don't see in the newer Call of Duties. Between all of the different, they even have classic guns you can use in the space game, the M1 Garand and the Spaz 12. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm just, you can use a katana. You use a katana. Just saying. You can use the Glock. Maybe I'm just like seeing this now and thinking to myself, this was so good. Still kind of sick. Why did nobody look at this? But I don't know, man. Hell, they have announcer packs you can buy. You can have a grandma. You can even have a ghost from Modern Warfare 2 do your stuff.
Train for war, fight to win.
See? You know? Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Maybe I'm weird, but between the different mission teams, which are kind of like factions in Titanfall 2, with all of the crazy gun variety, with the gun accessories, the prestiges, all the camos you can get, then just some of the customization for the weapons, so some of the reticle customization even. Even this is more than I see in Black Ops 4. And then some of the cool tacticals and stuff, like you can have a dome shield, like a Halo bubble shield, a nano stim boost, or a blackout grenade, or where's that cryo mine? You can throw this and it turns off people's jump jets and stuff. So I yeet it on a wall and people try to do a wall run over a pit and it just turns them off and they fall to their death. It's hilarious. You have like seeker grenades and black hole creators. And some of these weapons are also super neat, like the G-Rail. This is one of my more personal favorite weapons. This is a Gauss rifle that the longer you aim down sights, you have a stronger like initial Gauss projectile. But this variant gives me fully auto, so it just shreds people. And man, I don't know, like there's an SMG. Or is it an assault rifle? Is it an assault rifle? This breaks into two akimbo SMGs. And you can put it back together. You got like a chain gun LMG. You have the intervention, and it's like a double shot. It's a 2-round burst. It's just, I don't know. There's a sniper rifle that turns into an assault rifle by swapping the thing over. It seems like they actually had a good time with it, and they really decided to make something special and different. And it kind of sucks that no one really touched it, because I'm really enjoying myself right now. Hell, they even brought back the score streak variants from Advanced Warfare, where you can have different variants of your score streak. I'm really having a good time with this. This might become my new big guilty pleasure, and I'm not even that guilty about it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm playing on Xbox One right now, and I don't know. I would kind of pick this up. I got it at GameStop for like $4. $4. I would buy like 20 copies of this if I could, and just give the keys out to people so I can have more people to play this with, because really, it's really cheap and it's surprisingly good. It's kind of bullshit at times, don't get me wrong, but for like $5 at GameStop, that's a steal. That is a steal. Anyway, enough ranting about this. I've made my point, I think. Maybe I'm silly, maybe I'm the weird one here, but I don't think setting is what makes a game bad. A bad game is what makes a game bad, and calling this game bad because it's not like a modern Call of Duty, I think is silly. I mean, if this game didn't have COD in the front, I think it would have done a lot better. Anyway, enough about that. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it took me so long after being sick, but I'm back. Tell me about the camera, yay or nay. Give me a yay or nay. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, last video's down there. Tomorrow's will be up there. Bye-bye.